all my work's based on kind of solitary situations and isolation and nature and being alone in these places, and Outlandia is kind of spot on for that. So when that opportunity came up, I was kind of desperate to get involved. I think a lot of people think that solitude means you're completely alone in the middle of nowhere, and obviously that is one definition of solitude, but I think you can find it everywhere. The rubbings of the pine needles on the path was kind of the first idea I had, obviously before I had access to a printer and things like that, so when I started off with that, I just went with the shapes from the layout of the pine needles and just kind of transformed them into a landscape. The idea of the path and these kind of invented landscapes obviously were or had to be influenced by the surroundings. I don't think you can imagine and draw mountains without knowing mountains, and here where you're surrounded by them, especially one's so influential, you can't really ignore that fact, and there must have been kind of subconsciously influences from them when I was doing all that. So I think if you'd been somewhere where there were no mountains, you maybe wouldn't be imagining or I wouldn't be imagining mountains, I'd be imagining what else was around me, something else. So yeah, I definitely think that the surroundings influenced that idea. I think a lot of people must walk past the wooden sign that says Outlandia and kind of question and wonder and imagine what could be there. And some people might follow it and some people might not, but having the key and having the kind of authority to do it was 10 times more exciting than finding it and not knowing. So coming down, it was my place and I was allowed to be here, and it was really exciting. So opening the door and seeing the view and the silence and the birds and everything was exactly what I wanted from the experience. They'll come down here and not know who's been here or what it's for, or that 3 weeks or 2 weeks ago I was here for 3 weeks and kind of basically living here. And it's nice to know that there's still an unknown aspect to Outlandia, that even locals and people who maybe walked on that path loads of times don't know that it's here, and that's, for me, that's important.